life purpose is happiness. Now, I know that's true for every single person. I didn't always believe that, though, because I couldn't live it myself, because I heard that a long time ago. I heard a woman saying, your purpose is happiness. And I listened to that and I thought that's not possible, because my purpose seems to have been misery and tragedy and disasters and failures. Except I learned now that that was part of my purpose. And let me explain that. I've been speaking about my program, Your Life Operating Instructions, which starts with 4 weeks to your best life. And I was saying how I discovered that, how I found that, but it's also something that I resisted. And so that's why I couldn't find my life purpose. Maybe that's why you couldn't find yours, because we will put up walls. We think we couldn't do something. We're not the person to create something that could be valuable, or our purpose isn't valuable, or whatever it might be. When I'm talking about happiness, I'm not saying that you're going to walk through your life and never have any problems again. I have plenty of them, and I keep moving through them. You understand that you have the problems and challenges and difficulties because you're trying to expand. You're attempting to evolve, because that's the only reason that you would be on the earth. But you know, part of that journey will have difficulties, challenges, but you're not concerned about that, because you know that you're moving through them to get to where you want to be. I know this for sure. That's why I do the work that I do. When I did the training session last week with Stan, where we talked about how to move through fear, blame, and doubt, I talked about those because those are the things that I know. Those are the things that I had to move through. And I'm not sure you quite get the entire story, but I'm going to give you a little bit more. We come into the world with a blueprint, each person. Now, we will either allow ourselves to hear the blueprint and follow it, or we'll deny it. I denied it and resisted it my entire life. And it caused me to have all kinds of difficulties, and because I was given direction that I wasn't willing to follow. I thought I knew it all, so I didn't have to do this, follow what other people were telling me. So I kept bumping against walls my entire life, even though within me I knew that the person I was meant to be something else. I just couldn't figure out what it was. When I did the training, I showed you a photo where I could see very clearly at a young age I was this person helping. I was there to be a helper to others, even within my family. We have those imprints within us, every single person. I've seen it with everyone. When I take you through the program, you see that we go through your entire life, because that's where we find the gems. That's where we find all the gold that is there that you haven't been able to see, because I wasn't able to see it. Now I'm going to tell you a story so you get this, why I'm so passionate about this program, why I offer the guarantee, because I need people to do it. I really want people to do it, because you will find that place of happiness. And the happiness I'm speaking of is where you stop doubting why you were on the earth, why you were born. You stop doubting your importance. You stop thinking that everyone else is better than you and you don't have anything. All of those things, they go away when you start to find this. And that's the state of happiness that I'm speaking of. In 1972, I took a job. I'd taken so many different jobs, but I took a job then because I needed to get out of what I was doing, because I felt this isn't the right place. So I took this job. I had absolutely no experience in it, didn't know what I was doing, and everyone else there kind of hated the fact that I was given this job, because it was a managerial thing. And it was a company that had 500 locations throughout the U.S., and I knew nothing about doing this. But I said, I'm going to go in and see what I can figure out. I'm a kid as I'm doing this. And over time, this company became the most successful. Out of 500 stores that this company had, mine became the most successful. I couldn't figure out how that happened. They kept calling me to New York. I was living in Chicago at the time, and they kept bringing me to New York, asking me, what did you do to make this so successful and prosperous? I said, I don't know. They called me back again. I still said, I don't know. Then they moved me to New York from Chicago because they wanted me to take over another location. Maybe they could find out what it was there. Couldn't find it. I didn't find it until many years later, which again is why I do the work that I do now. So fast forward, in that particular company that I was moved to New York to operate with, I said, this is not it. I'm being guided to do something different, because they were doing things that didn't feel like they were offering the value to the clients. And I thought, wow, I'm really about value. I have to give people what I know is going to help them. And if this company isn't going to do that, then I'm going to leave. And I told all my staff that, because I was a manager now. And I told them, and I said, if I can't do this, then I'm going to leave, because I can't be here and not give you the best. The management company said, no, we're not going to spend that money, because it's always about the money. And so I said, okay, fine, then I can't be here because I have to stay true to my word. And so I left. Then I decided I'm going to create my own thing, not knowing what I was doing or how to go about it, but I just knew I needed to create something that was going to help people. I went through that process, had someone come in as an investor, gave us a lot of money, but then backed out for some strange reason that I couldn't understand. This is where the blame came in. That's why I told you that story. And so when this all fell apart, I lost everything that I owned in life, absolutely everything, including my home, money, anything, because I was determined to save it because other people were important here. That was who I was. But then it all fell apart. I mean, I got myself so sick, I even got pneumonia because I wasn't eating, I had no place to live and all of that, but I didn't care. It was about the people. It was about giving you something that was going to be of value. And so that went on for a while, and then it completely failed. And I thought, I'm just a mess here. So I moved to California. Let me go through a whole bunch of other different jobs trying to find that place of happiness. And all along, I'm being shown little by little what it should be, but I couldn't go there because I knew better. That's what it was. So then I decided now in 2007, I'm going to open another big thing, just like I did in New York, but this time it'll work and it'll be better. It failed miserably again, and I did exactly the same thing. I put all this money into it, and then I lost everything. Again, just complete failure, just everything up, a bankruptcy, everything, because I was determined to save this place. Not knowing that I was fighting against where I was being directed to go, because I didn't want to go where I really want what I was supposed to do, the place that would make me happy, you see. So then that failed. Then I got into another area where I became really successful. The spirals just happened again. Now I'm creating a program that's going to, that in 2009, that goes on to create $1 million and all that. How is that happening now, where I lost everything twice? Because see, now I kept seeing maybe I'm more willing to move into where I'm supposed to be. Then finally, I got to the place where I said, all of this must have made sense, but how did I do it? How did I understand and move through all this stuff? And it was right within me. And that was your life operating instructions that I had been given, that I downloaded, that I have, and I didn't even know I had it. And that's what everyone has done. Every single person comes into the world with an imprint, with something downloaded within them that they're meant to actualize and bring to the world. And when they do that, that's the experience of happiness. I wanted you to understand that and why my program works the way that it does, because all of my experiences have gone in there, because all the information that is in this program is stuff that I had to use, that I did use to completely transform my life. And I know that anyone else can do exactly the same thing. If I could move through all the crap that I did, then I know for sure anybody can do this and reach that place of happiness where you know why you're here and you're willing to get on with your life and do something really meaningful. So I'm going to leave this for you, and please, the information for 4 weeks, that's where you begin, is there, and you will see the explanation of how this works. And again, it is completely guaranteed. So you have to ask yourself, do I really want to come away in 4 weeks feeling more empowered? Do I want to come away feeling happier, feeling more confident, feeling like I know that I have a life purpose, even though I haven't fulfilled it, but I know that it's there? If you want to experience that, then you want to sign into the program, because it's guaranteed, and that will be your experience in the 4 weeks.